Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your random reading, which we're going to look at the new moon in Pisces, which is coming this weekend. And it's, as I understand, it's dancing with Saturn. It's Neptune dancing with Saturn. So it's really about making your dreams a reality, maybe even telling you, some things that you need to do that. And it's really funny that if you watch the morning reading, what was really showing up was you becoming the teacher, but in a really soft way, right? Because the Empress was present there and it's present here. And it's so funny because the Empress is present in what the universe is giving you. The gift that they're giving you is actually, I feel like the the universe is moving Sagittarius into their soft era. Okay? And so, I mean, I don't know how people are going to feel about that. But that's what's happening. And it's actually really beautiful, Sag. And especially if a masculine sign like Sagittarius can display working through things in a soft way. Imagine, it's kind of, and I don't feel like it's like you're out here holding a class. I feel like it's just something that you are showing through your actions, Sagittarius. Of course, Pisces. I always find Pisces season to be tough because I feel very tired. And there seem to be so many downloads coming through that I can't discern very much with Pisces energy. And we definitely, a lot of feelings is not something that, we necessarily want. It's something that Pisces is comfortable with, but Neptune in Pisces is a little bit of a tough flow. What's real, what's not real, right? So if you're looking for personal readings, please check out the link in my description. And this is the only time that I use the moon cards. I only use it during the full moon and the new moon. For real, for real. But it is a great time to manifest, and no new moon is better than the new moon in Pisces to make your dreams become a reality, to dream the impossible dream, right? So it's very interesting, the message that I was getting from the Pisces new moon, because yes, I asked the new moon for a message from my Sagittarius family. And it's very interesting, Sagittarius, because we're seeing like it's all mutable signs that the energy is showing up for you in. Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo. And it's really asking you to work on forgiveness. Okay, I said what I said. Like, this could be forgiving yourself, it could be forgiving others, and it's happening so that you can be more positive, because your actions need to be like in your own energy, right? New moon in Sagittarius. You need to be in a positive energy when you take action. And so there may be some things that you need to forgive. What I do I've been doing it for years, and I write forgiveness letters. I write forgiveness letters to people. I write a long last letter to myself. And it's just so that you can, we actually manifest through positivity, in my opinion. But this is all about moving forward. And, being in your own energy will make you feel inspired, because it's asking you to take inspired action. Definitely from a place of healing, because that's Virgo, right? And you could also take a look at whatever happened the last full moon in Virgo, because was there something you were supposed to release but you didn't? It's kind of asking you to do that. Like, where could you forgive? Where could you, and it will help you to be more positive going forward. We could all use that help a little bit, right, Sag? Because this is a release, and it could be a release of feelings, a huge release of feelings, which will motivate you to move forward in a more positive way. That's all I can say. So let's get into it, Sag. The energy of the new moon for you is the Queen of Swords. So I really find, Sagittarius, like, you are coming out like full blown Sag. You're not quieting your voice. You're being very blunt with what you say. I mean, during Pisces season, it might be, needing to temper it a little bit. But I feel like there are times when you have held back from saying things you should have said. And I feel like you're not doing that anymore. You're definitely not doing that anymore. And the Queen of Swords opinions can be a little strong, right? They definitely can. So it's very interesting to me that the full moon energy is the Queen of Swords. And I feel like, there's also compassion in the Queen of Swords, which is something we don't really talk about much. I mean, I feel like you may be opening, saying what you have to say. And you may be choosing your words carefully because the Queen of Swords is discerning, right? And you're speaking about things that you've been quiet about, things you haven't said. And the Queen of Swords is very blunt, very blunt. But I think she also reminds you to, show compassion, right? Show compassion. The Queen of Swords is also very intuitive, but we don't actually talk about it. And this could actually be about speaking on things that you know about, like being more public with it, because we are talking about dreams, right? And in terms of how you can help your dreams manifest, it could be that you're wanting to take charge of something that you really know a lot about. Get out there and speak more. I know that's why I started that little podcast thing, right? Because this is really about sharing your knowledge. It's about what you know. And, what's interesting is that the universe is saying, it's time, Sagittarius. It's time to stop holding back. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is holding back. And you're needing to stop doing that. Like, if there's been some way in which you wanted to teach or to write or to speak or, become an influencer or any of those things about something that and there may have been like this energy within you, maybe you didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or maybe you didn't want to, maybe there was some self-doubt involved with being so out there with it. Because with the Four of Pentacles, that's that like sense that you don't have enough. Maybe you feel like you don't know enough. But that's not true. I mean, that's one thing that I have gone through where, sometimes we compare ourselves to others, or we think we don't have enough education. We're not qualified to be speaking about this or that. But, that's at an end. The universe wants you to do it. They want you to get out there. They want you to share your knowledge. They want you to stop holding back. And they're essentially telling you that there isn't more you need to know. This is specifically about sharing your journey, whatever that is. And there's something, because we all know something, right? We all know something, and you're supposed to share it with others. Sagittarius is the teacher. Now, I know that they think possibly Taurus is too, because Taurus is the Hierophant, right? But the truth is that Sagittarius is the spiritual teacher. And, the Three of Wands too is about experience. And I feel like maybe you've been wanting to share your experience. And, this could be even about helping people level up with their lives. Because I feel like the Queen of Swords, she doesn't mince her words. Right? She doesn't mince her words. She's very blunt. She's very direct. And she knows shit. And that is what you are supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be sharing what you know. And maybe you have like hesitated, right? Hesitated. But it's time to stop holding back, Sag. It really is. It really is. Your intuition is telling you this, that you actually could be instrumental in leading people towards the light. I mean, especially if you are considering getting into light work, this is the time to act. You're leading something, Sagittarius, and it is something very positive that people are actually going to pay attention to. They're going to want to follow you because Sagittarius is a leader. We are not followers. We just aren't, and what's interesting is the new possibilities. Strength. Strength is all about, what I feel like what you're learning is the power and softness. That the ability to be soft, to be vulnerable, to put yourself out there is also a strength. Whether it's sharing your struggles or even your current struggles, it's like you get the ball rolling. You start things, and once you do, you'll notice that other people will indeed follow and even, join in, I think. So what was under the deck was interesting was the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups. This is an opportunity to make dreams you thought you couldn't have, you thought were just a fantasy, come true. You may have even shelved these dreams because you thought maybe, maybe it's not that great. Maybe I really can't do this. Maybe I have too many other things that I have to do that I can't really do this, but you're wrong about that, Sag. This is not an impossible dream, Sagittarius, because you're figuring out how. And the truth is that people need the truth. They need the truth, and they need positivity. They're going to need light so much going forward. I mean, in this morning's reading, there was so much about change, right? And what Sagittarius's gift is really bringing positivity to people. Making people feel good. Sagittarius is also fun, but like we're big picture people. Like when these changes happen or whatever's happening, Sagittarius has this ability to see the good in things. My goodness. So, the new gifts the universe is giving you, Three of Swords and the Empress. It's something very much about healing here. And the truth is, especially with what's written on this card, there is beauty to be found in every experience. You may really be leading people through seeing the beauty of the painful things in life and how to transmute them for sure. And also how to value yourself. Take those, swords are about communication. Like, how do we take the knives that people have thrown at us and make it into something beautiful? Well, Sag. See how passionate I got, Sagittarius? I got so loud. Well, you are forging a new path, Sag. And you have a choice here. Oh, I got the chill. You can do this or you cannot do this, right? And you might think, this would take too long to see success. This would, but nothing easy is like instant, right? Two of Pentacles. And the truth is like what you might find difficult is what you have to balance, right? So, in other words, priorities are important. So, especially if this is a new business, you might still have to work your job. It might really be a juggling act for a while to get things aligned, right? But you're ending with judgment. You're ending with judgment. You are going to be making the decision to step into your purpose. And what's your purpose, Sag? This is your destiny. Your purpose is about having faith, seeing the positive through the most difficult of circumstances, Tower. Because it's what is needed is, showing people that even through the worst of things, to be able to see that it's leading you to someplace better, to be able to, be at a crossroads and not really know what you're doing, but to forge ahead and to have faith that things will work out. Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. So this is what's going to happen. Like during the moon, there's going to be an opportunity that comes up, and it's going to be very much a surprise. Or you may get this message during this period, right? You may get this message and it may be like, oh God, can I do this? Can I even do this? Right? And really be in your head about whether or not it would actually work. Queen of Pentacles. Of course it will work. Of course it will work. But it will be really important to be grounded. Oh my gosh. The Sun. The Three of Cups. And don't worry, Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands. There are going to be people who want to do it with you. There are going to be people who want to support you. Because they believe you. They believe you. And the Queen of Wands is that I learn as I go. And at times this really won't be easy, Sagittarius. It really won't be. Because some people, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, won't get what you're trying to do. And they'll look to put a damper on it, right? And that will bring in that energy of, you know what? I don't know if I really want to do this. But it will be successful if you just focus, Sagittarius. Focus. You're being inspired towards this. Page of Pentacles. You're being inspired towards this. And it definitely has something to do with communication. Right? And if you're just focused on planting the seeds, it's not something that's going to take off right away. Wow. Sagittarius, what am I going to do with you? I hope this is telling me my podcast is going to be successful. I really am. And it's really interesting because there's so many major arcanas coming out for you, Sag. So this really will be a pivotal time, and I've been telling people that. So let's see what the takeaway is, Sagittarius. What is the takeaway? What actions does Sagittarius need to take? I really feel like the actions are you just need to start speaking your truth. You need to start getting in front of people, Okay. So what is the takeaway for Sagittarius here? What is the takeaway Five of Wands. Okay. Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. That's interesting. Because the Five of Wands can deal with jealousy and people not hearing you. You know what I mean? Not being understood. Why is the Five of Wands here? But it's also being open to other people's opinion. Queen of Pentacles. And that's what you're being called to listen to. And also listen to what other people are saying. And that's where you're going to, when you listen to what other people are saying and what's bothering them, you're going to find your opportunity in that. You're going to find your opportunity in that. And it is going, and it's very much about you. You create this change. You are seeing the change that is needed. And it's going to be very clear to you what you need to do. Wow. Five of Cups. The Eight of Wands. You are so much showing people how to rise above their circumstances. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Even if, like, you know, people are feeling hopeless. Like, because in the middle of it is the Eight of Wands. You don't have to stay in that. You know, you're showing people hope. And how to shine. And with the Six of Wands, how it is, Sag, is that you just start talking about it. And it gets people's attention. You're talking and you're listening and you're being not harsh with it. You're being soft with it, which is something that people will respond to. Oh my goodness. I love this for you, Sagittarius. And look what's on the bottom. Temperance. With the Three of Cups, Temperance. This is coming from a peaceful place. This is also coming from, you know, it being time. It's time. And it's time for you to do this, Sagittarius. It's time. Wow. I love this for you, Sag. So that's what I have for you. That's your new moon in Pisces. Toodles.